So step one is first and foremost understanding UTM parameters. This can be a very extensive and complex field of specialist statistical analysis. I don't care for all of that. I just care about what's important to help me consistently get to my goals. Using just these UTM parameters that I've outlined in this article are all that 99% of you will ever need. That last 1%, you're going to need to call me, because that's the difference between 100 grand a week and 300 grand a week type stuff. Stupid, absurd money, but that's when you get into the ultimate interconnected elements of, say, what emoji do I use on what section? How far aligned, like from the left side of the web page, should my opt-in be? And all of these little tiny things to take yourself from 4.5% to 5.2%. Those tiny differences of optimization that for basic bitches like myself are just not worth it. But for people making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, those few percentage points add up big time. But for you and anybody that will ever probably watch this, you're only ever going to need these parameters moving forward. So in this example, I'm talking about a Facebook structure as a ad source, a traffic source, using the terms coined and designed by Google themselves as what's important and what's not. So using a Facebook campaign structure, I need to organize all the campaign levels from a specific ad account, all the way down from the ad sets, all the way down to hundreds and hundreds of ads, and being able to organize and pinpoint all the specific things to efficiently see what's going on. Here's a simple naming structure that I've put down here. So a campaign, so it would be project, campaign type, targeting data, so ad set. It would be GOA. This is just my example, by the way, for an efficient naming structure to be used in the example of UTM parameters for the sake of this blog article. Feel free to rip it off, design it, or do whatever you want. This is just the stuff that I use. With this simple naming structure, I can therefore now design and organize my data using UTM parameters in a way that's useful to my eyes, useful to me to begin feeding my data sets into efficient categories to begin building a map that's actually going to be useful to me. Simple tally here, a table that will show you how that is designed. So my UTM source, Facebook, my medium, cost per click, the marketing medium. Here are my notes just here. I don't even need to go over all of this. But it will essentially be able to showcase to me through using UTM parameters a big URL link. And in that big URL link, it's broken down into a really long series of terms and items that my tracking system can pull and begin to organize efficiently for me. So if I start using this naming convention for my Facebook source by organizing all of the bits of information that's important to me, using UTM terms as the de facto categories of how to group all this, the massive amount of data, the age of my targeting audience, what device I'm targeting right now, or what particular angle I'm using, and all of this particular stuff. Using these UTM parameters, I can organize everything efficiently and correctly, ready to be interpreted down the line when I apply questions or I measure my current data towards my goals. This is what the URL will look like if using UTM parameters correctly. Looks big and ugly, right? But that's why I use ClickMagick. I can take this whole link right here and I can condense it to a very simple link such as that. And then I can insert that link and say my Facebook call to action or include the URL, or I can include that in the body of my Facebook message, and then I'll be able to efficiently track what ad with these parameters actually ended up in the sale result, for instance, and organize it all very, very efficiently, which we'll get to eventually. Here's some of the parameters, for instance, that you can use to filter your information by moving forward. Like I said, I can filter now by traffic source. I can filter by campaign type. I can compare ad via ad. I can compare placement by placement, and so on and so forth. The added levels of usefulness my data has now been translated to by just using UTM parameters in the simple format will, just this alone will 10x your business by being able to efficiently organize and make informed decisions on what's going on. I highly recommend that you do that.